Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming to you guys with a video that I've been wanting to do now for quite a while, but I just never ever got around to it. So I figured since I had a free moment and I really haven't posted a new video in a while, that I would go ahead and do this for you. And basically it's going to be a video talking about my experience with permanent makeup. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, or you follow my blog or anything like that, then you know that I actually have my eyeliner tattooed. I got it when my eldest son was about 2 years old, and he is going to be 12 in January, so about 10 years now. And let me just tell you that it has been one hell of an experience dealing with this particular permanent makeup. Everybody experiences things very differently, and so here are my thoughts, what I went through, my experience, and the pros and cons about doing this for yourself. At the end of the day, it is definitely up to you and what you want to do, but I just wanted to share my thoughts with all of you. And so here we go. So again, like I said, I got my permanent makeup, or my eyeliner, tattooed about 10 years ago. I did the top and lower lash line, and the goal for this type of tattoo was that, you know, I was a surfer a lot, in and out in the ocean. I loved makeup, but since I have really tiny lashes and non-existent lashes, I wanted something that would really help to enhance my lash line. There really was no such thing as lash extensions back then, and I love tattoos, so I figure, hey, why not? A lot of people had said, oh, why don't you get your eyebrows tattooed? And I've always had pretty full eyebrows, as you can see, so it really wasn't something that I was quite interested in doing. So I decided to get the permanent makeup done on my upper and lower lash line. Now, I worked in the plastic surgery field for a while, so a lot of my patients were also getting that type of thing. It was super duper popular to get your eyebrows tattooed or your eyeliner tattooed about 10 years ago. So I figured, you know what, I would go ahead and do it. Now, that type of tattoo can range anywhere from about $150 to about $300, depending on who you go to, whether or not they're certified. These types of eyeliner tattoos are really not something you want to go to like your regular tattoo artist that puts the heart on you, or whatever your tattoo of choice is that you would normally get on your body. It's also not some place you would go to that does body piercings. You usually want to go to someone that has aesthetic or esthetician type licensing, and specifically a license for permanent makeup, which I did. The lady I had seen was someone who I had gone to see to get my eyebrows waxed for years. She also waxed my underarm, my bikini line, and it was like a little salon that had all the permits and the certifications for actual permanent makeup tattoos. So the actual ink she used was specific for permanent makeup. She had different colors for like brow makeup to match and so forth. So that's why I went to. Now, with permanent makeup along those lines back then, and very similar now, they usually will numb you with a topical numbing treatment, and for the most part that'll work. I don't hold anesthesia very well, and because of that I felt the pain the entire time. Some people will normally feel like a tickling sensation on their eyelids. I literally felt pain the entire time. Now, I have talked to at least 30 different people that have gotten the same type of permanent makeup as me, and all of them said, oh, it was no big deal, it was fine, they had no problem doing touch-ups again. But for me, it was it was really uncomfortable. My pain tolerance is super high, but that's near your eyes, so I think I was a bit freaked out over that already. I had already had tattoos, so it wasn't the actual tattoo part of it so much as it was so close to my eyes and it actually hurt. The numbing cream that they used did nothing, but again, like I said, specifically for me, that kind of stuff just don't work. It was a long ordeal, but when it was done, it was done. It was a little bit uncomfortable, and I naturally had eczema but didn't know that I had it back then. So like with a lot of the other tattoos I get, sometimes they peel a lot faster than what you would have expected. I used Cetaphil facial cleanser, which was super soft and light, and you could easily just tap it on and rub softly without causing any irritation or anything. It's the perfect cleanser, which is why I use it today still. So that helped. And then as it started to, you know, heal and stuff like that, you started to notice that was a little bit more natural looking. Now what they did was, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in. I have mascara on today, so let's see. If you look on my lower lash line here, you can see the dark part at the base of my lower lash line. That's the actual tattoo. So let me see if I can get you guys in closer. Okay, so that's the tattoo line. I do have mascara, like I said, but you can see that black line. It has an almost green blue tint like a normal black tattoo would, and then you can see it on this line as well. So it's right there on the lower lash line to help enhance my natural lashes, to really make them stand out a lot more. If she had gone any thicker, I think it would not be pretty at all. Just because I really liked how natural this looks. Even if I don't have any makeup on, it doesn't look bad. For the upper lash line, if you can see here, you can see the line there, and she did kind of wing it out slightly, but it's still right there, close to my lash. I'm gonna close my eyes, hopefully you guys can see. Close to my lash, and still looks pretty okay. My phone's going crazy. For the most part, backing up again, sorry. For the most part, it still looks pretty okay. There is a green tinge to it, and again, like I said, I found out not too long after that I actually had eczema, and so my eyelids were super dry and it started already peeling. So there is some gaps where I could go in and easily get it touched up, but it's not noticeable. If I put on mascara, it just looks like I have a thick lash line, or I may have lined my rim. If you look really good, you can kind of see the kind of wing. She did a slight wing. A lot of times nobody notices that it's there unless I have absolutely no makeup on and I am going ahead and doing like a tutorial. A lot of times people will tell me, what is that on your eyes? And I like that because it really helps to enhance my natural eyes, enhance my lash line without looking like I have tattooed liner. What's great about that as well is that I can use my liner any which way I want to. What's really good about that specific way that she did it is that if I go true blue without any makeup, it still kind of looks like there's a thickness nearest to my lash base, or the base of my lashes, without making it look like I have tattooed liner. It looks fairly natural for the most part, unless you're really looking at it. And again, like I said, nobody really notices it all that much until they really look at it close. I gave you the price rundown and I gave you all of that information. Now I'm going to talk to you about whether or not, you know, the pros, the cons, and so forth. The pros of this basically is that I am ready to leave the house and go. I can put mascara on if I want to. Right now I have my brows filled in. I have lipstick on, and I have mascara, and that's it. But it still kind of gives me an almost like I have a light eyeliner look without looking too overboard, which I like a lot. I went in and got it touched up about 2 years after I got it done originally, just so that, like I said, I was developing or already was having the signs of eczema, so parts of the upper lash line was starting to look blotchy because it didn't heal correctly. My skin was really dry, it started to flake and peel way too quick. It wasn't bad, and it's not the fault of the permanent makeup artist. It is my body adapting and not liking that kind of stuff. That happens with some of my regular tattoos as well. Again, it's my eczema has a lot to do with it. It healed fairly quickly, and the person that I dealt with walked me through the steps. She was very gentle and very sweet, which I like. I was already kind of freaked out because it was so close to my eye, and you kind of have to keep your eye open when she's going like on the lower lash line. So it was an uncomfortable experience, but she made me feel very comfortable, very relaxed. The surroundings, it was very nice. The location was very pretty. I mean, so overall, not bad considering I was uncomfortable and in pain. Now, like I said, the pain thing I wouldn't necessarily consider a con for everyone. Specifically, it would have been more for me because I just naturally don't hold anesthesia very well. So the topical didn't work, and I wasn't going to have something poked into my eye for an anesthetic, so I kind of dealt with it. When I went back the second time, it actually worked out really well. I was super impressed. It didn't hurt as bad. It was all right, and it healed fairly quickly. Now, 10 years later, yes, it has slight greening like most tattoos do, but it still looks black if I put mascara on it, or even if I leave it on its own. You really have to look at it really close to see that it has that green tinge that tattoos can get. What I love is that there is an array of different colors. Like, she could do blue, black. I went with the black. Brown eyeliner if you wanted. My mother-in-law actually had her her eyebrows tattooed from the same person. So my mother-in-law ended up going. But overall, I think the experience was awesome to experience. I was uncomfortable, but I would have never known what to expect had I not done it before. And now that I have, if I needed to go get it touched up, not sure that I would want to, but I'm kind of open to it now. I would, like when I went in to get it touched up 2 years later, it wasn't as bad of an experience to go through. Now the price point, again, like I said, depending on where you go, it can be anywhere from about $125, $150 and up to $300 or more. Like with any tattoo, you want to make sure that you can trust the person that's doing it, but that they're specifically meant or certified for that type of tattoo. I would never go to a regular tattoo artist to get something like that that's so close to my eyes. And you want a finesse about it. You want someone that's like-handed. That's your eyes. So, you know, it's something to take into consideration. Now, if I was given the opportunity to do this again, knowing what I went through, I may go in and touch it up. Like I said, I've had it done twice. So I touched up a couple years later. Now I am not sure that I want to experience that, but at least I'm comfortable enough to know what the experience is like. But like with any type of permanent makeup, it is your own prerogative and your choice in doing it. I've been really debating whether or not I want to get eyelash extensions. If you guys have been following me a while, you know I have very little lashes. So I've been kind of toying with the idea to go ahead and do that, but I'm still not sure about it. So if you've had eyelash extensions, comment down below and let me know. My worry is that because of my eczema and my sensitive skin, I may develop an allergic reaction to the eyelash glue, which is definitely freaking me out. I'm unable to use the regular dual glue. I have to use the one that has aloe for sensitive skin. Regular eyelash glues I cannot use. They totally dry out my lash line, and then it swells up and I'll look like someone punched me out. So I'm a little freaked out that it might be a little bit too harsh for me, but I went through this and I came out with it no problems. I would not ever get my lips tattooed. No. Okay, so some of the downsides. So I have always had hooded eyelids pretty much. It's a part of my nationality and my genetics of who I am. But I did notice that, let me squeeze you in here. If you look at parts of my eyelid, sometimes it slightly folds over. I'm not too sure if that's just a part of my age. Let's face it, I'm not getting any younger. Or my genetics, or if it had something to do with the tattoo. I can't know for sure because I can't compare both. I mean, if I could look at where my lids were now without tattoo at this age compared to with tattoo, then I would be able to give you that information. Nothing is wrong with my lower lash line. I don't have any sensitivities. Like with most tattoos, once it's there, once it's permanent, you're good to go. The healing process was a process for me. So, you know, that's something you want to take into consideration. But yeah, so tell me, have you had any type of permanent makeup before? Is this something that you've been interested in or interested in possibly getting? Like I said, I have been interested in the eyelash extensions. Another thing I don't want to, or is keeping me from eyelash extensions, is that I cleanse with coconut oil and I moisturize with coconut oil. And I know that that's one thing they say that you shouldn't have is oil-based anything, which will be hard for me to eliminate from my routine because that's what I do use to keep my face looking good. So it's gonna be difficult, but I'm always open to information and want to learn more about it. So if you've had eyelash extensions, share your experience with me in the comments below. PM me, whatever works. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of long. I'm gonna try to chop it down where I can, but I really wanted to be able to share with you guys my thoughts on this. I've been getting asked this since I started YouTube. What's on your eyes? When I tell them I got my eyeliner tattooed, I always get asked, is it painful, and so forth. For me, it was. For most people I've talked with, it's not bad. It feels like little tickles on your eyelashes. So I could just be one of those people that are just overly sensitive. And I explained to you, you know, anesthesia is not something I hold onto very well in my body. It kind of dissipates very quickly. So it just doesn't work. And I think that topical just didn't work. And that was what happened to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. Let me know in the comments down below what other kind of videos you want to see, and all my social media will be posted down below as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye guys.